Well, hello, my scary friends, and welcome back to Ghost Stories Told from the South. I am your host, Stephen LeBooth, and we've got a great surprise for you today, girls and guys. Whoo!
Hello, everybody. It's nice to be back. It has been a minute. For those of you who don't know, I am Lexie, the co-host of Ghost Stories Told from the South. I'm back.
Yeah, it took her a while, but she's back, so she'll probably be coming in more often now.
Yes, my
So,
goal is to do at least 2 every month with you guys.
yes, so she'll be back.
Yes,
I
I
think everybody
will.
will like that. I think
Yeah,
everybody's missed you.
I missed everybody too.
And
So,
I've been trying to do it. Here's our goal. I've been trying to get everybody to get us up over 5,000 downloads and 500 up to maybe 500 followers. And they're doing a good job. Just
yeah,
want
I
to say
think we're
thanks
doing
to
good.
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers are getting bigger and bigger. And I just think it's awesome because, like me and Lexi say, I do this at home. I do everything myself. I don't pay for anything. I pay for everything myself. I don't make any money off of it. And the numbers just keep being awesome.
It's good. It's really good. I like where we're going with
Yeah,
it.
it's cool. It's like a slow snowball going down a hill. Gets gathering speed slowly.
Slowly but surely.
But yeah, we're ready to do some stories. I'm still going to be covering some stuff in Alabama, and she's got some stuff. But, well, I guess we'll get started. Okay, I'll go first. And our first story from Stephen LeBooth is Bear Creek. I can't even talk. Bear Creek Swamp in Prattville, Alabama. Local ghost tales are never complete without a local legend, and Bear Creek Swamp holds that title. Off of County Road 3, there is a long dirt road converted into an eerie mist. Turning on it, you will find yourself traveling in a dark marshland. Keep your eyes peeled as its wetland road is a home to ghostly lights, Silver War soldiers, phantom vehicles, and famous creepy porcelain dolls. That would creep me the fuck out if I was
I
driving
hate
down the
them.
road and the doll was walking. I'd run up and kick the damn thing or
It
run
would
it
scare
over.
me. I hate the porcelain dolls. The ones
Yes,
I've ever
they're
gotten are hide.
creepy.
I can't look at them.
I hate them.
They're creepy to me.
Yeah. The land was originally occupied by the Creek Indian tribes, who are often blamed for it being such a creepy, haunted location. Locals claim to see cars traveling at a high rate of speed down the road only to vanish into the darkness late at night. So,
Oh.
watch out when you're traveling down that road at night. Others claim to see apparitions of Creek Indians, Civil War era soldiers, and early white settlers near the swamp. But the most famous lure is the spirit of a woman who is looking for her lost child. It is said that if you call out, "We have your baby," 3 times, her spirit will come and attack you. Oh, that's awesome. I recommend someone to do that for me. And in 2014, the police were called out to the swamp by the locals when they what they found was completely unsettling. The disincented they descended upon 21 porcelain dolls hanging by bamboo stakes sticking out of the swamp water.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
what the
Wow.
fuck? Yeah, that would creep me out. I'll definitely leave the swamp that day.
Same. I've been out of there.
To this day, no one has figured out who created the creepy doll graveyard, but the police believe it was some sort of Halloween prank. The locals, however, are not sure.
Oh.
Okay, here's some more on it. The team of Deep South Paranormal wrote, among the legends of Bear Swamp that keep many driving there or driving through the area after dark are rumors of phantom cars that speed by only to fade into the darkness. A 4-foot apparition that appears in front of your vehicle and floating orbs of lights.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, lovely.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I would not be going. I mean, I'd be.
I'd be out.
Yeah, I'd be like, sorry. Where was I at? Floating. Okay. In addition, many claim the swamp, which was originally occupied by the Creek Indian tribe, is haunted by the ghost of Creek Indians, early settlers, and fallen soldiers. Of course, I've already said that. More disturbing rumors, however, tells of a ghost of a mother, of course, looking for her baby.
Nice.
And let me make sure this don't say the same crap. Yeah, this one says pretty much the same thing. Of cars and stuff, and a woman looking for her baby. So if you're ever there, go down a Bear Creek swamp and tell me about it.
Tell us about it.
Tell us how it is.
Okay, so my stuff is a little bit of a mixture. I have like a handful of ghost stories, and then I started looking into the UK, like stuff over there, and I think all of the stories I have are in Brazil.
That's fine.
For the
I've been
last-
doing other country stuff too. I've been kind of doing it that different.
Yeah, well, I tried changing up some stuff, and then I was gonna do like my normal stuff because I'm really into like all the haunted hospitals and like all that's like my go-to stuff. And I
Yeah.
wanted to find some like haunted like vet places or stuff because like stuff's happened to me at my work, my old work, and like I wanted to see if anybody else had anything, but I haven't found anything on it. So I've been just trying to probably get back into doing the insane asylums and like hospitals and old like urban legends and stuff like that because I really like doing that stuff. So,
That's what I'll do.
but
Like around Christmas, I was doing the different, stories they have around Christmas, how different cultures are. Because
Oh,
like
yeah.
Germany has Krampus. I think we're the only country that really don't have a creepy Santa Claus that comes and gets you or anything.
yeah, well,
In other countries, though, there's a lot of legends of that.
oh really?
Urban legends, yeah. Because that's how they used to scare their kids to be good all fucking year.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
I always scare the kids with the Krampus movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna get you. All right, you want me to go ahead and go?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So this first one is going to be about a woman named Anna Elizabeth Young. Basically, she ran a group that she called the House of Prayer for All People, and it was in Florida. I don't know how to say the city, so I'm not even gonna try. But it's in Florida. It was in Florida, and that was during the 1980s and the 1990s. It was her home basically, and she converted it into this. Like she lived there, but it was a house, like a home for people too. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Well, she opened up her home as a child care center, and parents were very happy to drop their kids off. They didn't have any worries about leaving them or anything because she seemed super nice and Christian and just the perfect babysitter. Well, apparently, she offered overnight babysitting into her home, and she made that their religious boarding school. So she would take kids overnight. So after that, she told the followers or the children that were there, she called them their followers. She said that if they misbehaved, it meant that the devil was inside of them.
Oh, my
and
God.
She would exorcise these kids, do some witchy shit on these kids and torture them and everything. The kids didn't know about that, not the kids, the parents didn't know about that for a while. And apparently she's been doing it out of her house since 1960. And this place opened in 1980. As the actual business. In 1992, Young gave a child a bath, but instead of, using soap and water, used chemicals all over this child's body.
Wow.
So it burnt his skin, and the parents were able to notice, once they got home, what happened with him. Young ended up being charged with child abuse, but ran from Florida to avoid the arrest. and she was finally caught and sentenced to 6 months in prison in 2001. And then 2017, she was 75 years old, and she was charged with murder for the death of a toddler who had been tortured and starved.
Wow. God.
And police believe there could be like many more abuse victims and stuff like that. And a lot of adults are coming up now and like saying stuff and giving them more evidence. But I read that and I was like, oh my gosh,
That's
she
crazy.
like legit had her own little cult going on and was like doing shit to these kids.
That's crazy because you don't know how people really are behind closed doors.
Yeah, like up front she looked like a perfect babysitter. American woman dream or whatever you want to call it. But like behind closed doors, she was awful.
Like, oh, look at me, I'm nice and innocent, but I'm gonna put the devil in your baby.
Yeah, basically. So
that's nuts. You gonna do another one, or
I would say, do you want me to do another one? This one's gonna be kind of a shorty, but this
shorty
one's more
but
ghosty than
goody.
the other one. The other one was kind of just sad. Okay, so this is a story that I found online, just like a creepy ghost story. This person was laying in bed one night. You know, when you're laying in bed, it's like pitch black. You really can't see anything.
Yeah.
She said the only light coming in was from under the door, from like the bathroom light or the kitchen light or something like that. And she noted that her mom was living with her right now because they like were in the middle of moving and stuff like that. They were both in the same room. This girl looks up at the door, and it slowly creaks open. And then an oldish woman like peers around the door. So like legit in the movies, how you just see hands, and a face pop around the door. That's like what happened.
Oh,
and
that.
Yeah, it made eye contact with her, looked at her, and like backed up and shut the door.
Fuck no, hell no. I'd be gone. I'd say screw this shit. Nope, I'm done. Can't do it anymore.
The lady thought that it was a nightmare. Woke up and like she thought it was a nightmare. Turned around and looked at her mom, and her mom was like, "Did you just see someone peer around the door?" Like whispered it to her. Like they both looked at each other slowly,
That's
basically,
crazy.
and was like, "Wow." So
I would have crapped my pants.
I would have too. Sorry, we were taking a picture.
I forget to do this for Facebook.
For Facebook. All right. Well, those are those two for right now. If you want to go next, I have.
Yes, we'll take a little break real quick, and we will be right back. Well, how's everybody doing today? It's your good old friend Uncle Dickie from Borderline Texas Trash, the most popular podcast in the world today. It's climbing up the charts faster than freaking slime on a stein, baby. Well, if you're wondering, what the hell is Borderline Texas Trash about? And who is its sumbitch Uncle Boo? Well, Uncle Boo is the most recognizable voice in podcasting today, babies. We gonna get funky like a monkey on some turnip greens. I'm coming in on white lightning, baby, on a silver saddle to bring you the best of Borderline Texas Trash, baby. I'm your host of the show, Uncle Boo. We go over everything. We do a little bit of politics at the end, but not much. I don't step into that bullshit a whole lot. But we have fun. I go over stupid world news of the day, talk about stuff from the past, what the cost of living or stuff was like that. And we just talk about all sorts of fucking fun facts, do a little joking around. And my niece joins the show sometimes. We do a little segment called Ash Handy's Garage on Friday nights, baby. That's our live show we do sometimes. And then I got the uncle that I talk to down in Boothville, Louisiana. And he calls sometimes. And we have a little show called Uncle Dickie's Corner. So you guys come check out Texas Borderline Texas Trash, baby. I know you will love it. We are on every platform you can think of. Spotify, Stitcher, Pandora, iHeart. We're on everything. We're even on Podbean, man. We even got our own YouTube channel. We even got an Instagram account, and we got our Facebook account. So go check us out, man, and come listen to the show. You'll get to listen to Ash Handy, Uncle Boo, Uncle Dickie, and all the most recognizable voices in this motherfucking podcast in the world today, babies. Because we will get funky like a monkey, I guarantee it. Let's just say, baby, I've wined and dined with kings and queens, slept in dumpsters, ate pork and beans, baby. But I am your host of the show, Uncle Boo, Borderline Texas Trash. Don't forget about it. If you want to listen to a show to just get your mind off this crazy world and all the COVID and politics bullshit, come check my show out. Come check me and my crazy family out. Some of the shit we do live shows from the barbecue. So I'll see you later. Bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed that commercial. Now, you got to give me a minute reading this one. It's kind of fucking small print. I might say screw it and not read it and just read the other one, but it's really short. See, and I got my bifocals on, but it's pretty small. Here, can you read that?
Yeah.
Okay, she's going to read this. I'll read the next one. This is the Kenndal the Kendal Manor Inn.
The Kendal Manor Inn. Now a private residence, this 1872 building was once used as an inn in Eulafia.
Yeah.
Eulafia. It is said to be haunted by a woman named Annie, who was the nursemaid and caretaker for the manor's former owner. Past guests have also reported seeing the ghost of a woman in a Victorian dress and a little girl on the porch in the downstairs area. Oh, that's nice.
Wow, lovely. I must go there.
Another spirit belonging to a man with a tall hat has been seen in the parlor doorway, though he always vanishes before too long.
Maybe it's Abraham Lincoln.
Tail for a minute, and I was like, "What's a tail hat?" I was like, "What?" Is this one part of it too?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess this is like a little side story about it.
Pretty small, ain't it?
Yeah, no, I'm trying because I don't want to I'll just read it how it is then. I was trying to, yeah. I honestly, and without a doubt, saw a little girl in a full-length antique swing mirror as I looked onto the window of Kendal's Manor one day in about 1988 to 1989. I was about 12 and the house was being remodeled, and so no one was there. There is a porch all the way around the house, and some of antique furniture is still there. I stared in one of the windows on the west side, and a little girl, maybe 8 to 9 years old, with long brown braids, was standing in a chair looking at me. She was content to look as long as I would stay there, but it didn't take me long to bolt away. My grandmother lived across the street, so Kendal Manor was a common sight. To this day, the one occurrence makes me believe that there are spirits among us that we don't see aside from situations like this. That's nice.
Yeah.
I was seeing... Can we do this one too, or you guys?
Yeah, since you did this one. And then I'll do my next one real quick. It's
All
a
right.
small one.
Kendal Manor is haunted by a spirit of a woman named Annie who served... Yeah, that's so what we just said.
All the same crap.
Yeah.
I try to read that. I try to make sure I catch that crap when I copy it, so I don't copy the same crap twice.
Oh, you're good. The inn isn't currently accepting guests as it is a private home now. But still, that's creepy, though, because...
That's still creepy. A private home, they're probably like, you know what? I don't want a liability here, so...
They might have made it to a private because of all the shit happening in it.
Yeah. But, too, if I had a place like that, I would turn it into like a paranormal place. I'd let you come spend the night.
I would 100% do that.
That'd be awesome.
It would.
Okay, our next story is Huggin Molly. And Huggin Molly is in Abbeville, Alabama. The generations of Abbeville children have listened all their life to their parents tell the story of Huggin Molly. They have hurried home one night, lit only by the moon's light. So basically, they was heading home one night, and only light they had was the moon, because back then there wasn't electricity, guys. And certain they saw something in the shadows, afraid she would be around the next corner. The versions of who Huggin Molly actually was vary, but one frequent description depicts her as a giant of a woman, maybe 7 feet tall, and as big around as a bale of cotton. Oh my God.
Damn.
She's like an Amazon bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Some say her ghost still walks the streets of Abbeville late in the night, sweeping her black skirt as she goes. Oh.
Fun.
If she happens to come upon you, she chases you down, gives you a hug, a huge hug, and screams in your ear. Well, that's just fucking nice. Let me
That's
give you
so
a hug
great.
and scream in your ear.
Why would you chase someone for a hug and then scream in their ear?
Maybe that's why she got killed or whatever happened to her, because she was running around hugging people and screaming in their ear. I'd
That
punch
would
her too.
that made me mad.
I don't know if I want to be that. I don't know if I'd go see that ghost.
That'd be kind of annoying. I wouldn't want to either.
Jimmy Rain of Abbeville, an Abbeville native and longtime resident, grew up hearing the legends of Huggin Molly. For him and his friends, she was as real as the trees that rustled in the wind at night. Anybody who grew up in Abbeville grew up knowing the legend of Huggin Molly. Jimmy says it's your mother or dad didn't want you to know out about stuff in the dark. They tell you Huggin Molly would get you and you'd believe it too. So basically, they grew up telling their kids this to scare the shit out of them. But it
Oh.
might be true too.
Oh, so it's like a urban legend kind of thing.
Yeah, but people, I guess, have had reports of her, of seeing her.
Of her hugging and screaming
Yeah.
in people's ear.
One night, Jimmy and one of his good friends, Tommy Murphy, heard the story from Tommy's dad. He told them he knew Huggin Molly, and she was real because she had sprung them from the shadows and hugged them one night. They were convinced it had to be true. Ooh, so his dad, that thing came out of the shadows and hugged them. So she don't really chase you down either. She'll do both, I take it. Either chase you down or jump out of the shadows. To this day, hearts beat faster as the moon rises in the sky over Abbeville. Huggin Molly, dressed in all black, would show up at any time.
Nice.
And this is a separate one, but I'll do it next.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do probably two, cause mine are weird. Like one's long, one's short. One's long, one's short. So like I have to go back and look. But okay, this is another one. Like someone's telling it, so I'm telling it from their point of view. I woke up in the middle of the night and I looked in the corner of my room and saw a hooded figure next to my dresser. At first I thought it was just some clothes hanging off my dresser, but then it turned and I saw red eyes staring at me.
Yeah.
I immediately jumped off my bed and turned on the lights.
Nope, I'm out.
Yeah, I would have honestly probably went under my covers and cried. There was no clothes hanging off my dresser, and I would have just brushed it off as a bad dream, but then I saw my dog staring at the corner where she had saw this figure at. I was outside of the room and I kept calling her to come out, but she would not stop staring where I had seen the hooded figure. She did not react at all to me calling her, and I finally went back into my room and yanked her off the bed. I slept in the living room the rest of the night, and my dog slept in my parents' room for the rest of her life. Now, when I read that, I'm not really too sure what that means.
Yeah.
Like, did the dog die? Is she just, like, stuck there all
Yeah,
night?
still there or what?
Like, I didn't really get that, but it was kind of creepy to me because I've woken up numerous times and seen, like, excuse me, or see, like, a figure or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's nice.
See red eyes, that'll really crap my pants.
Yeah, that would flip out. Alright, so this one's from a hospital. It's another story from somebody. There was this nurse, and one night she was working on oncology at the hospital she used to work at. She was given a patient who was passing away and has been unconscious for like several days. At one point during the night, the nurse went into the room where the patient was, and the patient like was at the top of the bed. I don't know. One part of her was like all the way up to like she was scrunched up in a ball on the top of the bed.
Oh yeah.
She looked at her and was like, "Are you okay?" And the lady goes, "Don't let them take me." then the nurse was like, well, who's going to take you? And she said, that black thing up there, pointing to the ceiling. And then she, like, died within, like, 5 minutes after saying that. So.
That's creepy.
That's stuff like that. I could never be, like,
Yeah.
I couldn't work in a hospital to do
Yeah.
that.
Me neither, because there's got to be some stuff there because so many people died there.
Yeah.
Do
you want me to do another one?
I got one. I got a shorty, then a decent sized one, and then a little shorty. So I got 3 left.
Okay, yeah, I have, like, yeah, I can go and do another one.
Alrighty.
Okay, so this is also someone telling a story, so I'm going to read it from there. I heard an interesting story a few weeks ago. Part of the hospital was being rebuilt. They're talking about a hospital. The part of the hospital was being rebuilt and was facing onto this spot in the hospital, like where, you know how, like, it's a certain section they had to work at. So, like, they call that a unit. I was facing this unit. So, like, the hospital was getting remodeled, and, like, where the remodeling was happening, it was right across from this unit. A nurse was doing something near the window, because there's a window that you can see, like, into the other part where they're restoring it. And she saw 2 people moving into one of the clinic rooms that they were, like, building and stuff like that. And it was after hours, so, like, even if one of them had been open before, they shouldn't have anybody be in there because clinic was shut down. She called a colleague over to see if she saw what she was seeing. They did. They called security, who go over to check out the room. Nobody was in there. And then the nurses start seeing these 2 people moving around again, and they call security again. But this time, one of them goes into the room, and one of them stays at the window with the nurses. Well, they were talking on the radio, and like, are you okay? Do you see anything? And the one that was in the area of the hospital they were fixing didn't see anything, but the guy that was in the, like, where the window was looking at him said that he saw 2 people, like, right next to the security guard. But, like, the security guard who was actually over there didn't see anything or feel anything. Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
That's kind of like when people seeing stuff on the security camera, but the people out there don't see it.
Yeah.
Because there was one like that on that show I watch, Paranormal Caught on Tape, on video. It was crazy because he told his partner to go outside and check over, and you could see on the security camera everywhere that guy was walking around that
I didn't mean to go that low.
that guard couldn't see the figure out there, but you could clearly see it on the camera, but the guy out there couldn't.
Yeah, that's really creepy to me. I was like, I would not want to have been in that room.
All right, well, I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do a story, and then we'll take a little break, and then we'll be back. But I'm going to do my story real quick.
All right. Yeah, I have one more ghost one, and then I have 4, like, the ones that are in Brazil.
All right, this is the Witch of Hinds Road, Gadsden, Alabama. Of Hinds Road, I'm sorry. Okay, the story goes, there was a witch that lived in they say a witch, but there was a woman that lived in a tiny shack back in the woods off of Hinds Road. It's told Ben her. That don't make any sense. It's told that she was an old mystic. An old mystic went by the name of Torbit, that sold her soul to the devil. It is said she would kill those foolish enough to venture upon Hinds Road in search of her, while drinking and bathing in their blood. Oh God! Wow, maybe she was a witch. I just thought it was one of them,
Yeah.
People, back then they accused you. A lot of innocent people were not witches, but apparently this woman was. For years, children went missing. For years, the adults were too afraid to venture upon hunts to call out for the witch until 1939 when the current mayor sent a mob after her. They found more horrors than the witch that included a pond filled with blood, body parts, and still whole bodies of children. Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
The men also came upon a cave with a foul stench. Only one of the men ventured into the cave, and when the man came out, he never spoke of what he saw in the cave because it was so it was so scary what he seen in there. When the man finally arrived at the witch's cabin, they found a beautiful young woman with long black hair and beautiful eyes, naked and covered in blood. The man asked the woman, "Are you the one they call the witch, Torbit?" And the woman replied without a hesitation, "It is I."
Oh no.
Wow.
Nope.
The man then threw the flames on her and her cabin and watched as both burnt to ashes. It is said people could hear her cackling as the flames got bigger and the smoke rose from the mountain.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And here are the claims today. You can still see her ghostly cabin in the woods and see the spirit of the witch dancing around it. Orbs have been seen floating across the pond, now filled with water. Orbs are said to be the spirits of children killed by the witch, and the spirit of the witch can sometimes be seen near the pond, dipping her hands and pouring water all over herself as if it were still full of blood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The cave still has a nasty stench to it, even though the cops have been in there and cleaned it all out and all that. The foul stench, those who venture too far enough into the cave will not speak of what they see. One young woman found herself brave enough to venture into the cave and claimed to have seen a live and standing skinned dog, smelling of rotting flesh, growling at her.
Ew.
Oh my God! F that.
Nope.
Yeah. Nope. All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. You ever look up at the sky at night and look at the stars and wonder, are we the only ones really out here?
Have you ever wondered how much our government hides from us?
Have you ever wondered why so many mysteries go unsolved? What really happens? What's the clues? What's the evidence?
Ever wonder if Bigfoot or Mothman is real?
Then, if so, come listen to this podcast called
What's Really Out There? And I am your host, Stephanie Booth.
And I am your
father.
co-host, Stephen Booth, Hafaja. And if you're into UFOs, unsolved murders, mysteries, unexplained stuff that happened, urban legends, we're into all of that. Conspiracy stuff too. We go dive into that. So if you're looking for a new podcast that tells that kind of stuff, then you need to listen to What's Really Out There. And we are on Spotify and iHeart and Pandora, I think. But we are pretty much on every platform. We have a YouTube channel so go check that out. It's called What's Really Out There. So come check us out. Once again, I'm your co-host, Stephen Booth.
And I'm your host, Stephanie Booth. And this is
What's Really Out There. We'll see you at the next episode, guys.
So much shit.
Okay, we are back, everybody. And Lexie's going to go.
All right. So this is the last ghost story I have. The other ones are haunted places, but this is from somebody else. My mother-in-law has been a CNA for 15-ish years, and like many new CNAs, one of their first jobs was at a nursing home for the elderly. Soon before patients at that nursing home passed, they would complain about children playing outside the window in the big, like, in nursing homes they have like one big area they all go together.
Oh, yeah.
And that area being noisy in the, like, dead of the night, like, in the 12 o'clock night when everyone's asleep kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But then patients would comment on children playing outside the window in the daytime, too. But there's, like, been never any children. It's, like, no one else has saw it, so it was kind of weird.
That is weird.
But, alright, that was the last, like, ghost story one I have now. So now I have 4 places in the UK, United Kingdom. But I also can't pronounce, like, half these. You guys know how I can barely talk, much less pronounce stuff. So I apologize in advance. This one is about the places. I can't ever say places. That in medicine.
Jolma? Yeah, Jolma. Jolma.
Okay.
It's kind of like saying Joe Mama, but you're saying Jolamama. Now I can't quit saying Joe Mama.
Wow. Yep. Joe Mama building, guys. No. Okay. So Joe Mama. Wow. Whatever. This building is one of, apparently, that's all these articles say. It's one of the top haunted places in Brazil, but you know how that goes. So this place is in Brazil. So in 1975, over 486 people died in a fire that covered the 25-story building within like 20 minutes. I guess a really bad electricity issue happened, and it like legit blew up the whole fucking building.
Wow.
So, after the tragedy, it was rebuilt and renamed as the Praca di
D's nuts.
the Praca di Bandeira. People have reportedly claimed seeing ghosts roaming around the halls and the rooms. It's also said that the mystery of 13 souls who were trapped in the elevator during the fire still haunts this place.
Ooh, that would suck.
Yeah,
Could you imagine being stuck in a freaking elevator and it's on the building's on fucking fire?
Yeah, at that point you try not to like accept
suck.
Death. I would hate that.
Oh my god, that would suck.
That would really suck.
Not only being stuck in the son of a bitch, but knowing you're gonna die because there's a goddamn fire in the building.
You know, and you just have to sit there and play the waiting game.
Yeah, fuck yeah, that.
Alright, so I have another one in Brazil. This is the Petroleus Museum, also known as the Imperial Museum of Brazil. This museum was constructed in the middle of the 19th century, and it's one of the apparently the top haunted places in Brazil. It was built in the massive palace of Emperor Dom Pedro II, whose ghost is trapped in the museum and reportedly still haunts the museum. Some have even witnessed his ghost remaining around the place and like lurking in the dark of the night. It is one of the best haunted places in Brazil and worth visiting for the strong-hearted. I don't know why it says that.
Strong-hearted.
Strong. That's how I sound like. I can't talk. Yeah, that one I didn't really like love that one because somebody from like the 19th century haunts it.
Yeah.
That's like every place up in here now. So, do you want me to do my last two and then you do your last story, or what do you want?
I'll do my short one real quick.
Okay.
And then you can do yours after that.
All right, cool.
Oh, God, it's another small-ass motherfucker. But I think I can read this one.
I would say if I need to read it, I can.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to do this way. The Victoria Inn in Addison, Alabama was built in 1888. It was the home of the prominent Aniston family before it became a restaurant and a county inn. John McCleroy, who was a partner in the Aniston Land Company, built his home on the highest hill of the Guantord Avenue. His family acquired the home for his family lived in the home for 25 years. And in 1920, McElroy's widow sold the house at a public auction. William Coleman Wilson bought the house, and he made the house his residence until 1949. Frank and Robbie Kirby became the property's owners. Was then purchased. Oh, the next owners after Mr. Wilson died. After the Kirbys died, the estate went to the went into the hands of the Methodist Church. The property was then purchased by the South Carolina developer to turn it into a country inn. Julian Jenkins and I hate this when it's that small and I gotta be like, bam.
Do you need help?
Julia, where did I go now? Okay, the family owned it. Where was I at? Okay. Jenkins and the inn was donated to the Jacksonville State University Foundation by McWhorter. The Jackson Hospital services has been connected to the management of the hotel today. There are various plans for improving the hotel's future. The hotel's restaurant is beloved to be